In this video, we're going to look at Clemson, their Week 1 win against Wake Forest. And really just look at a lot of different schematic things, and then also really just look at Trevor Lawrence and just how good he really is. The throw is probably the most impressive throw of the night. There are a few others that we have clips of, but right here, the scheme of it, he's just coming in right here. He's trying to hold this corner. He's breaking a corner high all the way across the field, and you can see right here, Trevor Lawrence right there just inside the goal line. Flips this ball, he's on the hash, flips it, doesn't even put just a ton into it. Looks like he's almost just flipping his wrist, and that thing is spinning from basically the 2-yard line to about the 40 between the numbers and the ticks. Dead on the money, probably never gets higher than 10, 12 feet off the ground. Unbelievable, freakish throw right there. And whenever you have somebody that can make that throw, it's going to be really hard to stop these guys, no matter what scheme they're playing. But right here, just an unbelievable throw by Trevor Lawrence. You can see just right there outside the hash, zips it right on the money on that corner route all the way from the other side of the field. Unbelievable throw, but we'll continue to look at it, a few schematic things as well. Here's a play right here from Clemson that I believe they probably took a little bit from LSU, and it's one of their routes that we drew up earlier in the offseason. But if you look at the video, one of LSU's favorite routes, this is what it is. It's just a smash right over here to this side, then drive right over here on this side. But we'll continue to look at it. The clip's a little cut off, so you can't really see, but they're just in trips. Right here you have a corner route, high angle corner route, some kind of flat route from the back over here to the trips. You can have a little bit of a rub right there to the dig. He's coming to the under, and there's another receiver out here that's just a late square in. Understand that he's the fifth guy on the read. But right here we'll look at it. Again, having a great player right there with Trevor Lawrence. Okay, outside backer stays there. He's high over the top, one-on-one with the safety. If there's any space, he's going to be able to drill that thing to him, just like he does right here. He just steps up, drives it to him, throws it like an out route, splashes him down, gets a completion. And you can look at the rest of it. Again, you've got this under right here. He's chasing, so you could have hit, possibly that square in right there at 10. And then you've got an end coming in late from the other side. But they take that corner. Really good throw and catch for big play. Here's the same play, they're just in trips closed now instead of just a typical trips look. There's the tight end going to the corner. There's a flat route there. He's going to the end. He's going to run an under, and they got a square in right here. Progression would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all the way to the back side. We'll look exactly what takes place. You got outside backer here. Safety's way off, so we'll see how they play it. As soon as the ball is snapped, you can see this corner outside linebacker, probably outside linebacker, decides that he's going to take the flats. So now the safety's way off, and based off what it did pre-snap, you can see he actually turns and he looks like he's trapping the trips. So right there, we're actually 2-on-1 with a corner route and a flat route on this outside backer corner, who decides that he's going to take the underneath route. Now you've got the corner over the top. Easy throw and catch right there for a touchdown for Clemson. Safety rolled away, rolled to the trips, so it opened up a lot of space for him. We can look right here for the underneath coverage and see how that does backside. All right, so you got the under. This backer actually drops. Not sure what they were really trying to drop to. I know it's 3rd and 8, but he's getting into a lot of space, and that dig could possibly get into a lot of space as well. But right there, again, they stay on their first and second progression, took the corner route, and ended up scoring a touchdown. Here's a real easy throw and catch. They squeeze their formation, 2x2 formation. Basically, they're kind of running a little bit of an option route. They're really expecting these corners to play off. Now, if they play low, he's going to out and up. But right here, they expect that corner to play off, and this outside backer to widen with that out. So now they can just kind of bend out into this open space. It's going to widen when he goes that direction. Same thing up top. He's going out right there, and he's going to bend into that space. Assume that outside backer is going to take that first out from the #1 receiver. We'll play it real quick. You can see both outside backers are trying to drop underneath that out. You can see him going right there. He's just going to bend away from that inside backer and create some space. And right there you can see he actually pivots to the quarterback right there. And, of course, the quarterback's trying to put that thing right there on his outside shoulder so then he can get vertical. It could be the same thing over here. Looks like this receiver actually turned to the out, which is probably just whatever preference. You just want to work that space. Especially if you know that corner's off. And you can see down here he's starting to go because he feels like there's a guy pretty tight to him, so he's going to turn that to a go. But good completion right there. Not a hard throw. probably 10-12 yards in the air, and then tight turn, getting upfield, and turns into an explosive play just because they're working space and a real accurate ball. And a receiver that'll get vertical right there as soon as he catches it. We'll look at it one more time. Again, that was outside backers widening. Not just a ton of space, but right there with an accurate throw and a receiver that'll get vertical, able to create a lot of yards right there on an easy pitch and catch. Here's a little play action off the pop. Now, if you're running power read, toss pass or power read toss, whatever you want to call it, this would be a great play. Of course, basically it's full slide to the left. Guard's going to pull right there, taking the C gap, so you can get these backers to step up, and that's exactly what they do right here. Ball is snapped. He's coming right here to C gap. Basically, everybody else is taking that gap. He's faking the pitch right here to the running back, and he's really faking hard, like he's about to get it. Good hard fake right there, stutter, and they're basically going into a lot of space. Those linebackers aggressive, stepping up. Any quarterback can make this throw right here. There's so much space, and of course Trevor Lawrence makes it. Big completion right there down the middle of the field. Good changeup right there if you run a little bit of a toss option, all that stuff. I thought this was an interesting run scheme. It's basically an ace formation, but with two fullbacks instead of tight end. They actually have this tight end. He's going to take that linebacker. He's on his own right there, getting a double team right there to the number 1 linebacker, double team right there to number 2 linebacker, backside C gap, which is that end. And later in the game, of course, they read it. But right here, you can see the ball snapped. Again, great double teams. They'd say, hey, we're getting 600 pounds on those guys up to those linebackers, so they're trying to get some movement. Right there, looks like the running back's pressing that A gap. And you can see he just bounces that thing right there into the C gap, one-on-one with the safety, and is able to make a miss and get about 4 or 5 more yards afterwards. But I just thought that was an interesting look. If you didn't want to put those guys' hands on the ground, you can still get into an ace set with 12 personnel, or you might call that 30 personnel or whatever. But right there, just an easy way to create more gaps and give different looks. Right here is kind of a strange look from Wake Forest, but you can see as this thing plays, these guys are not really too quick to leave their gap. They know that he's going to try to kick both those guys so he can take 2 for 1. He's just going to work straight up. For if that is a give, he's going to go right there. But you can see all this is getting washed down. Here's the backside fullback blocking the C gap, and Trevor Lawrence decides that there's a lot of space right there, so he's just going to take it. And easy walk-in touchdown there for Trevor Lawrence. But right there you can see exactly what they're doing. They're just taking their gaps and trying to move that. And you can see there's a big gap right there for if there was a ham. But right there you can see everybody squeezing so hard. Trevor Lawrence is able to take advantage of it and walk into the end zone right there for a touchdown. Here's another freakish throw from Trevor Lawrence right here. They're in twins. They're just basically getting to a flood. They have the fullback all the way on the other side. He's coming across, going to the flats. But right here you can see inside run there, getting some width, sprinting to his left, about to have a little pressure here in his face, so he's not going to be able to really get his shoulders around. Gets his shoulders around just enough, a lot of arm right there, and that's a 20-yard out route on the move, not really able to get much into it, and just drills it right there into the window. Doesn't even look like it's just effortless right there for Trevor Lawrence. Again, moving to his left, just gets his shoulders around just enough, flips that thing like it's nothing, and puts it right on the money right there on what is a difficult throw, but it's not for Trevor Lawrence.